Corey Brad of StoryCounty.News. We are live from the Iowa State Fair here in Des Moines. As you can see behind us, a packed house. And not surprising, this is probably going to be the busiest day here at the State Fair this year. As you can see behind us, the main road through the State Fair, we're standing right in front of the grandstand here, is full. And it's only 12:58, so likely to get fuller if you have not made it out here. It's a beautiful day. It's a little warm, but what can we expect summertime in Iowa? Tonight at the grandstand is Sam Hunt featuring Kip Moore, so it should be a rock and country show tonight at the grandstand. Former America's Got Talent contestant Noah Guthrie will be performing on a free stage tonight at the fair as well. And don't forget, here with StoryCounty.News, we are going to be drawing for our ticket giveaway featuring two general admission tickets to the Iowa State Fair plus a parking pass. So we'll be making that drawing within the next hour between 1 and 2. And again, that is for anybody who entered our drawing earlier in the week by signing up to follow us on Twitter or Instagram. So that drawing is now closed, but stay tuned for that official drawing where we draw the winners of that State Fair ticket package. So again, we'll continue to periodically check in with you throughout the afternoon, but we'll be back here sometime within the next hour to make our drawing. And whoever wins, congratulations, because it's going to be a beautiful week here at the Iowa State Fair. So we'll talk to you soon. Corey Brada, StoryCounty.News. StoryCounty.News, as you can see, for anybody who's been a long-time fairgoer, the skyscraper is behind us. And it's one ride I actually have been on, John. I've been on the skyscraper. I did not soil myself, contrary to popular belief. Now, behind the skyscraper, you can see the slingshot. Now, I don't think I would do the slingshot. John, which one would you be more apt to try? I know you're not going to do either, because you're John. You've done the skyscraper before? So would you do the slingshot today for us?
No, I won't do the slingshot.
I think the slingshot's worse. You know, it's the sudden voltage, the torque, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing either. I will say the slingshot, in the State Fair's defense, the slingshot gives you an adrenaline rush like you'll never experience. So I want to hand it to the Iowa State Fair. This has been a mainstay here, and I know it's been a mainstay at many state fairs, but just one of the many fun things to do, exciting things to do here at the State Fair. Reminder to everybody that we will be making our drawing here in a few minutes, and we're going to be giving away a State Fair ticket package featuring two general admission tickets to the State Fair and a parking pass. We're going to be doing that here in about 10-15 minutes. So as we continue to cut in here live, and of course after we're done with the drawing, we'll still cut in periodically throughout the afternoon. But we do want to give you kind of a rundown of some of the featured events this afternoon. If you want more information on the events, of course, go to the Iowa State Fair's website. But let's take a look at some of the interesting events. We ran through some of the music tonight. Noah Guthrie is going to be performing, as well as Sam Hunt, Kip Moore. But the Iowa State Fair Queen Coronation is tonight as well. So we'll get over there and broadcast a portion of that live. But also tonight, wanted to let everybody know about the I Milked a Cow presented by Iowa State, kind of Story County related there. That is actually happening right now at the John and Emily Putney Family Cattle Barn, but it's also going to be happening at 4. So they'll start it again at 4. It'll go about an hour and a half. So we'll get over there at about 4 o'clock and give you a live cut-in from, again, the I Milked a Cow presented by Iowa State Dairy Science Club. So stick with us here at StoryCounty.News. We'll continue to cut in periodically. If you are here at the Story County Fair today, or you are planning on coming out today, if you see us, as you can see, we are bright. We are bright, burnt orange, right, John? Is that how you describe our colors? He says it's yellow. I say it's orange. I don't know. I think the shirts are a little bit lighter. But go ahead and come up and say hi. We'd love to talk to you. And again, lots of fun activities. And of course, I think this goes without saying, John, lots of very tasty food. And so later on today, we'll run through some of the new foods that are featured here at the Iowa State Fair. And some of these foods, remember, are kind of long overdue because we missed the fair last year. So we'll be back here in about 10-15 minutes to make our drawing. And then throughout the afternoon, we'll continue to cut in periodically here from the Iowa State Fair in Des Moines. So we'll talk to you soon. Corey Brada, StoryCounty.News. Corey Brada, StoryCounty.News. We are joined by someone who's going to kind of talk about his experience, because I'm standing next to Jeremiah here, who is from Chicago. So Midwest, you're familiar with the heat, the humidity, but what you're not familiar with is an experience quite like the Iowa State Fair. You just got here a couple hours ago. Tell our listeners here, who are obviously most of the Story County readers and listeners are familiar with the State Fair. Tell us about your experience so far.
I have never seen anything like it. I just got through. I saw a 3,000-pound cow. I didn't know cows got that big. It had a bull ring in it, like the ones you see on movies and TV shows. I've seen chickens. I've seen pigs walking around like they're somebody's friend or something. I don't know. It's just been a whole different experience for me. It's cool though. It's cool.
And I asked you, we're going to kind of walk through our conversation from a couple minutes ago. I asked you, have you seen the butter cow yet? And your response was?
No idea. What is it?
What is it? He said, what is it? So all of our readers are like, what is he talking about? So the butter cow, you've got to walk, I believe, the very end of the main drag. You'll see entire cow made of butter. All right. World famous. So when we're done here, you have to walk down there and actually get a picture with your girlfriend, her child. You guys have to get a picture with the butter cow.
Side note, so I think
full size.
I think I may have seen the butter cow, but I did not know it was made of.
You did not know it was butter. I think I've heard people say that before. It's like, that's butter right there?
I believe it's butter. It's
butter. No, it's real butter, and believe you me, it's cold, or it would melt, right? So as you can see, we are standing here in front of the skyscraper. We're going to be doing our drawing here in about 2 or 3 minutes right here at the Iowa State Fair to win 2 general admission tickets to the Iowa State Fair, along with a parking pass, and our good friend now, Jeremiah, who is from Chicago and is here for the first time. He is going to honor us by officially drawing the name of the winner. So we'll be back here in just a couple of minutes with Jeremiah. Corey Bratta, StoryCounty.News. Corey Bratta, StoryCounty.News. We are back here at the Iowa State Fair here in Des Moines, and I'm joined by, you met Jeremiah a second ago. This is Nora, and she is going, well, she's distracted right now by the skyscraper, which I can't necessarily blame her. But Nora, we're going to pick our winners for this beautiful Iowa State Fair ticket package. So 2 general admission tickets and a parking pass. You entered earlier this week by following us on Twitter or Instagram, so now we're going to find out who wins our ticket package. And the winner is...
Okay, we got one winner?
We got one winner for now. The winner is Mary, and let's get her Twitter handle here. This is a Twitter entry. The winner is 8Catherine2. So if your name is Mary and your Twitter handle is 8Catherine2, then you are the winner of our Iowa State Fair ticket package, which will feature, again, a parking pass and 2 general admission tickets to the Iowa State Fair. Now, we're not going to do the other drawing right now, but this is something that we did not tell our listeners earlier in the week. We're going to be giving away, let me put this one away, 2 more general admission tickets to the State Fair. All right? Now, here's what you have to do to be entered into that drawing. If you're listening now and you did not hear your name called, go ahead and tag a friend on this video on our Facebook page. Tag a friend who has not yet followed our Facebook page. Tag a friend, and if you tag a friend, you will be automatically entered for our second drawing, which again is for 2 Iowa State general admission tickets. So again, I want to repeat, our winner of the Iowa State Fair ticket package, which features 2 Iowa State Fair general admission tickets and a parking pass, is Mary. Her Twitter handle is @8Catherine2. But again, if you want another chance to win 2 tickets to the Iowa State Fair, tag a friend right now on Facebook, and you'll be entered for another chance to win, which we'll be drawing here shortly. I can't say exactly when, but shortly here at StoryCounty.News live from the Iowa State Fair. Jeremiah, it was a pleasure to meet you, and I do want to mention this. A lot of our StoryCounty.News fans are Iowa State fans, which makes sense since we're in Ames, but I was born and raised an Iowa fan. You are good friends with a former Hawkeye cornerback who's now taking a shot at the next level in the NFL. Talk about your good friend, Manny Rugamba.
That's just one of my good friends. We went to the same high school my senior year, and we both found out that we were going to school in Iowa, and I've been rooting him on ever since. And he's got his first game tonight, Cleveland Browns. I don't know who they play, but hopefully good luck to him, but that's my boy.
Football is right around the corner, and I know you played football, right? Talk about your playing history.
William Penn University. I was a running back there. It's still cool. Right now I'm working towards my degree still, getting my degree. I got 1 more year, and then I'm going to work on my master's. I want that money. I want that money.
Master's degree, man. I commend you. That is a lot of work. But it was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for helping us. Pleasure to meet your girlfriend and her daughter. And again, enjoy this experience at Iowa State Fair. It is unlike any other. So we will be back soon. Thank you for joining us for this live broadcast. We'll be back soon to draw our next winner of 2 tickets to the Iowa State Fair. Again, tag a friend right now to be entered in for 2 more tickets. Tag a friend on this video on Facebook, and we'll draw one more winner for 2 tickets here in a little bit. Corey Brada, StoryCounty.News. We'll talk to you soon. Corey Brada, StoryCounty.News. We are here at the Varied Industries building inside the Varied Industries building here at the Iowa State Fair. And as you know, if you're familiar with the State Fair, lots and lots of different vendors you can check out here at the Varied Industries building. We are going to go check out the Iowa State tent for many of our Cyclone fans in Story County, and we may visit the Hawkeye tent as well. But again, if you didn't listen to our last broadcast, if you want a chance to win 2 tickets to the Iowa State Fair, I've got them in my hand right now. We did give away a package earlier, but if you want a chance to win 2 more tickets to the Iowa State Fair, tag a friend in this video, all right? You had that opportunity to tag a friend in the previous video. If you didn't already do so, tag a friend who is not already following StoryCounty.News on Facebook. Tag them in this video, and you'll get an entry into our final drawing of the day for 2 Iowa State Fair tickets. All right? Want to make that clear. 1 entry per person. So if you've already tagged someone on the previous video, you don't need it. We'd be happy if you tagged someone on the second video, but again, it's 1 entry per person. So everybody's going to have a chance here. We give everybody a few more minutes. We're going to circle through the Varied Industries building, head on over to the Cyclone tent, and again, maybe over the Hawkeye tent, and then we'll do our drawing. So tag someone. You have a few minutes to tag someone if you haven't already done so for your chance to win tickets to the Iowa State Fair. We will talk to you soon. Corey Brada, StoryCounty.News. Corey Brada, StoryCounty.News. We are joined by an artist who is a local guy who all of our Story County residents will appreciate, because you are working on, I would call this a masterpiece, a unique masterpiece of the modern age, if you will. Chris Eiley, who is a Lego sculptor. Is that the right terminology for what you do?
Boy, it's I don't know. It's just every day changes, and so actually, it's a great question. We've been thinking about that a lot over the last couple of days. But first off, I'm born, raised, educated, all in Ames, Iowa. Born at Mary Greeley, cheated my way through Iowa State, still play basketball at City Hall in Ames, Iowa. Yeah. But and so 3 years ago I started this business because I thought people would really dig seeing themselves in Legos. And so I risked everything, quit my job at Wells Fargo, and we started making life-size Lego statues of people out of my basement in Story City. Problem is after I got to my first client's waist, my kids' friends would drive past and they'd be like, "What is your dad up to?" So at that point then, I had to come clean that I quit my job at Wells Fargo as the mortgage banker on 424 Main Street and started making people in Legos. And so it's been a wild 3 years.
So talk about the inspiration for this. And I mean, I'm sure there's got to be something that triggered an inspiration for making homemade Legos. I mean, talk about that.
Well, yeah, and so I was never really very good at school, but I always had an affinity towards people and the human spirit, and so I really don't have a connection with Lego. Legos are just a vehicle that we use to capture the person that we're building. And so, like, when people come by, they may want to talk about Legos, and that's fine, but I'd rather talk about what George Washington Carver did. And my clients, whether they're fancy celebrities in Los Angeles and Las Vegas, or if they're just, if we're building somebody's pet, we don't care. We make sure that we are not an Amazon.com. You're never going to find a website of Chris Eiley where you can just go and click, 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 because that's not what we do. We're into trying to do a deep dive with our clients of figuring out what they're interested in, what makes them happy, and how we can use Legos as a way to capture what's important to them. And I know that sounds corny, but it's legit. It's legit. And at the same time, we know we put in the work. And so if you put in 300 hours to build somebody in Legos, you better like them. And so, you know, I got in trouble one time by my accountant. Somebody wanted me to build their Ferrari in Los Angeles. And I'm like, are you kidding me? There has got to be somebody in your life that allowed you to buy that Ferrari. And if there's not, you got a problem, and I don't want to build your Ferrari. And so we take each client of figuring out what's important to them and how we can use these little suckers to make something. And we're using it today to educate people about the innovation and the technology at Iowa State University. And so what's crazy is that I thought I was going to be telling kids that George Washington Carver was our very first president. And so, but what I've learned is I'm learning from them is that it's part of the curriculum in the state of Iowa. And it's not just for the schools that are in the metro, it's the outlying communities, it's our rural schools. And so, granted, there's been a couple of kids that don't listen very good, but the kids that come through here already know who he is, and they're telling their parents. And so what's crazy is here at the fair, Mom and Dad aren't the farmers. Mom and Dad aren't the ones that are benefiting from George Washington Carver's discovery on crop rotation. It's Papa and Grandma. And so for us to use Legos to make that connection between the kids and what Grandma and Grandpa do, it's kind of been fun.
Absolutely. So how long does it take? I mean, how long has this taken? And if you want to zoom in here forever, all right, let's zoom in here, John, and we'll see. This is the rendering, right, of what this is soon going to become, George Washington Carver himself. So how long? Let's zoom back out here if we can. Let's take a look at this entire. Well, this is the top half of George, right? Or bottom half, excuse me. Bottom half of George. How long has this taken so far?
Well, that's a great question. And so we're kind of going on the approach of Smokey and the Bandit, where we got a long ways to go and a short time to get there. Normally it takes us about a month to build a life-size Lego statue of a man. Women are a little bit less. And I know women say, well, we have butts and boobs, that we should take more. And I'm like, no, but men have shoulders. And so it takes us about a month. And sometimes our clients are like, well, you know, so you're going to be delivering it in a month. And I'm like, sometimes when I say 30 days, I really mean 60 days. So then they're like, okay, so you said 30, you really mean 60, but now you're telling me 60, so when's it going to be delivered? And they're like, so you really don't know. And I'm like, no, I don't know. And that's fine.
Whenever it's right.
Exactly, because if we have to redo something, which we do, if we don't like something, we'll take it apart and redo it. And that's the beauty of Legos. And that's why I chose Legos, is because I had to teach myself how to do it. And so when I was sitting at my desk at Wells Fargo putting those Legos there, I was teaching myself how to do it. And I knew I was going to make tons of mistakes. And so I knew Legos are the most forgiving things in the world. They're a lot more forgiving than ex-wives and disapproving fathers. Just kidding.
Absolutely. Yeah. And listen, I will say this. What you're doing is pure art, and it's unique.
Yeah.
And I think that's what someone like yourself, who maybe started down a career path that just wasn't right for them, and you were not scared to sort of take the detour and find something that obviously you're finding a fulfillment and happiness in right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, you know, my ex-wife said, Chris, I know how crazy you are, and you're going to do it anyway. So go up to Las Vegas, make your mark. I got the kids. Your parents are here. They're good. And so I couldn't do it without a beautiful ex-wife in Story City, Iowa. And so, but at the same time, you mentioned whether it's art. So we don't even know yet what we are. And so part of us is like a commodity. So we knew that we're going to use 44,000 Legos to build George Washington Carver. We knew it's going to take 300 hours or about a month, but for the fair, we're going to do it in 2 months because, well, it's Iowa State and you got to make a good impression to your alma mater, right? And so you could do the math of, well, how much should you charge for that? Okay, and so it's a commodity. But then also what we do is art. And so then are we an art company or are we a commodity? Or are we in the entertainment business? Because it's kind of fun what we do. And so we can use our art to educate people or entertain them. And so we're just saying, you know what, innovation, art, whatever. We're just kind of figuring it out.
So give us an idea. I mean, I know we're here promoting George Washington Carver. Give us an idea of what...
How much it costs?
Yeah, life size.
Yeah, absolutely, I gotcha. And so I worked at Wells Fargo for 12 years. And so sometimes at Wells Fargo, people would say, oh, they got in trouble because they were charging people different interest rates. Well, actually, we weren't. I know it because if there was a scam to be made at Wells Fargo, I would have done it. And since I opened my team and since we opened the only place in the world where somebody could walk in and order a life-size Lego statue of themselves or a loved one, there was no script. So we could do our own pricing. And so I said, I'm from Iowa, Story County, born and raised, yo. And so we treat everybody the same. And so I charge the exact same whether you're a single mom moving here from Chicago, or if you're DJ Steve Aoki, and I've got the last history to prove it the same. So men, we're currently charging $12,000 to build a life-size male, and women are a little bit less because they're less Legos and less time. So we treat everybody the same. And now I have people coming in from LA and television shows that say that's crazy, that's not the way it's done. And I say, well, but this way, I'm proud of it. And so people go say, oh, well, you know, you go out in Las Vegas and some guy's going to win $1 million on the slot machine, so you could charge him $1 million for his Lego statue. Well, some people could.
So be it.
We treat everybody the same.
So have you done Steve Aoki?
Yeah. That was our very first A-list celebrity. Dude charged him $12,000. And when we got it done, we put it up in his house. He put us right next to a Banksy, an original Banksy. And this is $1 million Banksy. Dude put his Lego statue of himself right next to it. We're proud of that. Did I leave money on the table? Absolutely. But it ain't Iowa. Right. And so we treat everybody the same. So when George Washington Carver, you know what? He applied to Iowa State. He applied. Iowa State accepted him. He came in and he did his thing. There was no special arrangements, no agenda. And so we feel like our art's the same way because it's Legos. We don't have an agenda. I guarantee you we put in the work because try getting this done, it takes 300 hours. So we're proud of what we've accomplished in the last 3 years. And that's why we can go back and go forward going, we don't know where we're going to be next month. Because we're doing it from a pure standpoint. There's nothing purer than Legos. But guys work their tail off, and I don't know, I kind of enjoy going out and talking art with people.
And so last question, besides Steve, give us some other celebrities who have a life-sized statue of themselves made out of Legos from you.
Yeah. So in the art world, though, so let's ask me that question as an art person. So in the art world, it's all about who you've done and how cool you are. And so I'm proud to say that in Iowa, my first 3 clients were the largest real estate agents in the world, Matt and Josh Altman, the greatest philanthropist in the history of the state of Iowa, John Papa John, and one of the coolest guys in the state is Simon Estes. So we did that in the first year of a business, working out of our basements in, again, Story City. And then we went out to Las Vegas, and our first clients were the hottest casino in all of Las Vegas, Circa Casino. Since then, it's been replaced by World Resorts, but with the Paris Hilton. We did DJ Steve Aoki. We did the Las Vegas Golden Knights, which is literally the Iowa State Cyclones of the state of Nevada. And we did the Ultimate Fighting Championship that we're going to go back and do next month. So we feel like we left no stones unturned in Las Vegas. And so all of a sudden, it just gave us that confidence to go big. And so we had never built a dog before, but people seemed to like us. So I didn't just reach out to my neighbor to build their dog. I reached out to the Westminster Dog Show. Because I love what we do, and I want people to see it, and that's the biggest audience. And I know some people say Chris Eiley loves to hear himself talk, and they're right. Sure. Promise you they're right. But you got to give the people what they want. And so whether you're a commodity, you're an art, or you're an entertainment, I know we put in the work, and so I'm proud to talk about what we do.
And we are proud to talk to you, Chris Eiley, Story City native. You are a success story. And, you know, we got a lot of readers up in Story City. I'm sure they're going to be thrilled to hear from you.
They can read in Story City. I know people in LA don't believe that, but yeah.
We know they read our stuff. We know they can read in Story City, and you're a living example of that, right? Because you had to read some to understand Legos, and I mean, I am assuming you had to read some, right, to get through college?
So I'm a little bit dyslexic, and so I cheated my way through Iowa State, and when I was working at the Iowa State Foundation, I got to take a tour of the art on campus from this lady named Lynette Pullman. You want to talk about blowing your brains back? She'll give you a tour of the art on campus that is mind-boggling. And so for us to sit back and know that this piece is going to go on campus at the same place as Christian Peterson and Grant Wood, Hamburger. So we're so excited. We couldn't be more proud. We're so thankful for Dean Robson and the College of Agriculture for sponsoring us and taking a chance on a startup business to do something special, because I'm telling you, the people like it, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the crowd here is unbelievable. And so we've got George Washington Carver here. Tell us what we have here, Chris, behind you.
Again, so we don't know what we are. So this is my commodity side, but then we also do art. And so when I got introduced to Steve Aoki, he turned me on to Brick Bear and Cause and Banksy. So I'm like, I like our stuff just as good, yo. So I took some of their stuff and I made a little Jack Trice bear. Nothing to do with George Washington Carver, but I did it for fun because I knew him at the Iowa State Fair, and people want to see art. Give the people what they want. Don't take life too serious. No, you know, our stuff is Legos, so there's no hidden meaning in what we do.
So what do we got down here? Bottom right. Is this Carver's head?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, just show the back. Because when we do faces, it takes three attempts. The first attempt is just to get the base and the math. Second attempt is to get the detail. The third attempt is got to be from one of our other team members to come in and look at it, because you think that your right side of your face looks good, but the world thinks the left side. So to have one person start and finish a face is crazy. And so we have a 3-step process of doing faces. That way we can capture it just right. And with George Washington Carver, we've never done a piece where the client is looking down, but he's holding up his science beakers, because normally we want people looking out to the world. And so we're going to take a little time on that. We'll probably maybe even do it over at the Bud Tent one night. So if you see us playing with Legos at the Bud Tent, it's work.
Yes.
Right on. And so, but we did our research in terms of George Washington Carver was probably somewhere around 5'9", right? But most people, the world is getting taller, and with the contributions that he made to Iowa State and Ames and society, we got to make him larger than life. So I think we're going to cheat and make him about 6 feet, because I want people looking him eye to eye, just like we did with Simon Estes. I mean, Simon Estes isn't a tall man, but when we built Simon Estes, we made him 6'4" because of that voice. And so that's where it gets into, are we a commodity or are we art? And so, again, we don't take ourselves too seriously. We just give the people what they want. And if you want to see Simon as a larger-than-life figure, that's what we're going to do. And George Washington Carver's contributions at Iowa State are larger than life. So I'm going to add a couple of inches in Legos.
Absolutely. Chris Eiley, we are fascinated by this, and we appreciate you taking the time to speak with StoryCounty.News. And again, if you are here at the fairgrounds or you're planning on coming out to the fairgrounds in the next week or so, come to the Iowa State tent here inside the Varied Industries building. Talk to this guy, Chris Eiley. You'll be here all week?
Yeah.
He'll be here all week. And you get to see George Washington Carver go up Lego by Lego. Chris Eiley, thank you very much. Have a great time at the fair.
Yeah, will do. Thanks.
All right, we'll be back soon. Corey Brown of StoryCounty.News. Remember, drawing for our tickets to the Iowa State Fair in moments from now here on Facebook. Corey Brown of StoryCounty.News. We'll help you figure it out. All right, let's back up here. Let's back up. Come on, let's go this way. Go that way. No, go this way.
This is horrible.
All right. Here we go. We are live here, Corey Brad of StoryCounty.News. And who are you?
Tana Austin.
Tana Austin. Good to meet you, Tana. All right. We are going to draw the second winner of Iowa State Fair tickets. We drew a package earlier.
What are you doing over here?
We are drawing a winner for Iowa State Fair tickets. Did you enter?
Is your name in there?
Can I?
I'm gonna draw.
Well, it's too late now.
Damn.
But you're welcome to follow StoryCounty.News, and maybe next time you'll get in on it. Have a good day.
Can I still do it?
No, it's too late. Run along. All right. I'm sorry. Listen, this is the Iowa State Fair. We're trying to be Iowa nice here, but I'm sorry. It is too late. But
But you can put your name in maybe after this for the next drawing.
What can I enter?
what can you enter?
What? Where?
Where? Go to StoryCounty.News on Facebook and follow us. We'll give you more details for our next drawing.
Alright.
All right?
Thanks for playing.
All right. Take care, brother.
Thank you, brother.
All right. This is the Iowa State Fair. You don't know who you're going to run into, what's going to happen, whatever. He's going back to the beer tent. Okay. We are going to we are going to draw the winner of our second ticket package. This one is for 2 general admission tickets, and it's a small group of names here, so it's a better chance for those who tag someone on our previous videos. So Tana, go ahead and do the honors. Who's our second winner for 2 Iowa State Fair tickets? And it's all right, Stephanie Christian Anderson. Stephanie is one of our loyal readers, and she helps really promote a lot of our content in Nevada. So she is a loyalist, StoryCounty.News loyalist. So Stephanie Christian Anderson, if you're listening, you have won 2 general admission tickets to the Iowa State Fair. Tana, that was wonderful. I've never seen somebody with the ability to accurately draw one of 9 or however many names there were in there.
It was a challenge.
And how long have you been here today?
Since 2?
AM?
No.
What are we eating today?
I haven't yet.
What are we going to eat?
I think I'm going for a gyro, but I gotta find the ATM machine. Do you know where it is?
ATM machine. Well, I'm standing here, so it can't be here. I'm gonna guess it's going to be somewhere other than right here.
That was extremely helpful. Thank you.
All right, that is a care cue. We'll find it. I don't know. Yeah, we'll find it. We've got the media office just around the corner. This is administration building, so we'll get you hooked up with the ATMs.
It was here last.
Thank you, Tana. And again, Stephanie, if you're listening, we'll reach out to you through Facebook, and you can claim your tickets. Corey Brad of StoryCounty.News. We will check in with you soon here from the Iowa State Fair. Corey Brad of StoryCounty.News. We are joined by not a Story County resident, but a young resident of West Des Moines, but that's Central Iowa nonetheless. I'm joined by Caden, who is here enjoying the festivities, everything the fair has to offer. How many times, Caden, on a yearly basis do you and your family typically come to the fair?
We came, it was a long time ago. We came about 5 or 6 years ago, so this is our first time in a while.
You haven't been here in 5 or 6 years?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, we've got a lot of people who are, we talked to Jeremiah earlier, who's from Chicago. He had never been to the fair. So you have been to the fair, though, and how long have you been here today? Is this your first day?
Yeah, we've been here since 11:30.
Okay, 11:30. So you've gotten lunch here, right? And you're going to be getting dinner here, correct? Mm-hmm. So favorite food at the state fair. But what'd you have for lunch?
I had a milkshake.
A milkshake. Okay. Did it have bacon in it?
No.
Okay, no bacon. So what's your favorite food here?
My favorite food is probably the corn dogs.
Just the regular corn dogs, straight up?
The big old corn dogs.
The footlongs?
Yeah.
All right, I can do a corn dog, mustard, ketchup.
No, I didn't put anything on it.
Just straight up?
Yeah.
All right. So what about a drink? You got a favorite drink? You smoothies? I know you had a milkshake, but what's your favorite drink here?
Lemonade.
Lemonade. Oh, you have a specific stand you like to go to?
No, just anywhere.
Just anywhere? Anything fresh and freshly squeezed lemonade is always good. So, what you told me before we went live here is that you like rides. Are you an Adventureland guy, first of all?
Yeah, I've been a few times this summer.
So you guys have season passes?
No.
But you've already went a few times? Okay. All right, so what's your favorite ride at Adventureland, and we'll get to the fair?
The Monster.
Why does that not surprise me? Now, what about the new one? Is it the Dragon Slayer? Do you like that?
I haven't been on it yet.
You haven't been on you in 5 or 6 times this year, and you haven't been on the Dragon Slayer?
No.
Have any of you guys been on the Dragon Slayer? You have? Yeah, the Dragon Slayer. There's no old Dragon Slayer. I mean, there used to be a dragon, right? You live down the street from Adventureland? You guys have been on the Dragon Slayer then? You like it? Better or worse than the monster? They like the monster better? Okay. I think the monster, it kind of scares me because you don't have anything strapping you in over the top, right? You just have this thing across your lap. That doesn't seem real safe.
Yeah, I was thinking about another ride, but the scariest part is when you go all the way up and then it like curves down. That's scary.
But again, do you feel safe? I mean, you're how old are you?
14.
You're 14, so I mean, you're gonna get taller, right? Bigger, but don't you feel like you could slip out as you're going up around the curve there?
Yeah. It's crazy.
I mean, I feel that, and I'm 6'2", so I don't know. I've never felt safe on them. So besides the monster, any other favorite rides at Adventureland?
Probably the Tornado.
Tornado, kind of an older ride. All right. So you're a roller coaster guy. What about the State Fair? You guys been on any rides yet today?
Yeah, we've been. You know that one that spins around when you're inside of it? I'm not sure what it's called.
Don't they all do that?
I have no idea, but it's like an alien thing, an alien spaceship thing.
Which Midway? Which Midway? This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we'll have to go check that out. You know the name of it?
No, it's like purple and it looks like a UFO.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. So, I don't know what oh, you're tall enough to go on it. Have you thought about going on the skyscraper? Those eyes, his eyes got big like mine did when somebody suggested it to me the first time. You know the skyscraper. You can see it from over here. You can see it.
Isn't that like $50 to go on per person?
It's free.
I think it's 25. Isn't it 25 plus 25 for the video?
Yeah.
At least, unless the rates have gone up since COVID.
I don't know.
I think it's... Now, what about the slingshot? You thought about the slingshot?
I don't know. I don't trust that because it's, a fair.
I don't trust it. I don't trust the monster, but no, I agree with you. That is smart, rational thinking for a 14-year-old. So good job. Anything else that you are planning on doing here today? You guys have any? You going to a concert tonight? You going to be going to any of the animal shows? You going to go milk a cow? What you doing tonight?
I don't even know. I think, I don't know.
All right. Well, Caden, right? Yep. All right. Well, it's good to meet you, Caden. And I left the door open for a couple of the other young ones here, but
Zoe, come here,
Zoe wants to come. Hold on, we got Zoe, and you're from West Des Moines as well? All right, so I'll ask you some of the same questions. Maybe give me some different answers. You're an Adventureland person, I'm assuming? All right, favorite ride at Adventureland?
The monster.
Okay, the monster. Okay, what about favorite ride here?
I don't know. I want to go on the Crazy Mouse. It looks fun, so it probably my favorite, but we haven't really been on it yet.
I prefer the Crazy Rat, but the Crazy Mouse is good too. Now, as far as food, what have you had so far today for lunch, and what are you having for dinner?
I don't know what I'm having for dinner, but I've only had a milkshake today because I haven't really been that hungry.
Oh, I had a piece of pizza too.
You guys must not be lactose intolerant.
No.
Okay. All right. Zoe and Caden here at the Iowa State Fair. We're standing in front of Steer and Stein in the Iowa State Fair grandstand, which Sam Hunt, Kip Moore tonight. You guys like country music? What kind of music do you like?
Rap.
You rap. I don't think there's any rappers at the State Fair this year. Closest may be Boys to Men on Sunday, tomorrow night. So, but that's more your parents' era. So, all right. Thank you for joining us, Zoe and Caden. And again, if you haven't been out yet, you've got a whole nother week to get out here, but beautiful weather here at the Iowa State Fair. We'll talk to you soon. Corey Braddis, StoryCounty.News. Corey Braddis, StoryCounty.News. We are here at the Cattle Barn at the Iowa State Fair, and I am joined by Megan Lacrosse, right? And we are in front of the I Milk the Cow stand, and this is here three different times each day of the week of the fair. So you have about a 2-hour period each time. Megan, talk a little bit about what this fundraiser is here to accomplish.
So what you do is you come here and we're trying to promote how to milk a cow and promote the dairy industry for anybody. Honestly, the age range has been awesome. We get really young kids, we get super old. It's awesome. We're just trying to promote the dairy industry to others.
And this you are part of the Dairy Science Club at Iowa State University, right? And so talk a little bit about the initiative with that student organization.
So initially, with the money that we raise here, we'll put it back into our club, and we do a ton of activities. We make our own ice cream, we do a lot of volunteering, and we actually do a lot with education for children. We just want to promote the dairy industry and keep a positive,
energy.
Yeah, there we go. Positive energy towards.
And I read online that the Dairy Science Club at Iowa State is really trying to enhance communication between dairy leaders and dairy enthusiasts. Is that accurate saying? How is that done?
We do a lot of donations. We really kind of try and put ourselves out there. We donate trophies. Again, education. That's our really big thing. And this is a great example here of trying to.
You guys are here. You're pioneers. You're here 11 days out of 11 days at the Iowa State Fair, and talk about the time slots where people can come out to the cattle barn, whether you're young or old, and milk a cow.
Right. So our first shift is 9 to 11. Our second is 1 to 3, and our last is 4 to 6. You just come. There's no sign up. You can just wait in line. It's $3 a person, and you get your chance to milk your cow.
So just regular milk, or is there strawberry and chocolate that comes out as well?
No, there's just regular milk, unfortunately.
Okay, I'm sure there's a stand here. You know, we have basically every drink of food in the Iowa State Fair. So, Megan Lacrosse, we appreciate it. You're educating young people. Keep up the good work, and best wishes going forward. I do want to ask you one other question before we log off here. This is your biggest fundraiser. You talked about that before we went live. What are other fundraisers, maybe, that for people who are interested in donating towards this cause and towards your organization? Are there other fundraisers throughout the year?
Yes, actually our only other really big fundraiser is ice cream. With making our own ice cream, we put our money back in towards the club. But other than that, right, besides like clothing orders, this is our big one right here.
So how can someone purchase ice cream?
So ice cream is actually purchased. You can do it at the ISU Creamery. We do ice cream through there. We make it. We also sell it on Wednesdays for students. And then clothing, you can go on the Dairy Science Club website at Iowa State University.
Megan Lacrosse with the Dairy Science Club at Iowa State University. Megan, stay cool, keep up the good work, and I'm sure it'll be a success. All right, Corey Brett of StoryCounty.News. We will talk to you soon here at the Iowa State Fair in Des Moines. Corey Brett of StoryCounty.News. We apologize our interview with Megan Lacrosse here at the cattle barn. I think we had some audio glitches. Our mic stopped working, so we're tuning back in just to make sure that we're good to go. But to kind of recap what Megan was saying, we're here at the cattle barn. There are 3 different increments of time where you can stop by here and milk a cow for $3. And I'm going to peek over your shoulder here, John. 9 to 11 a.m. every day, 1 to 3 p.m. every day, and 4 to 6 p.m. every day. And the cost is just $3. So coming out here to support the Dairy Science Club at Iowa State University. Great cause. They also sell ice cream, and they do so on campus. So a great student organization, and they're trying to really enhance the partnership and the communication between dairy leaders across the country and young dairy enthusiasts. So we'll continue to work with our audio. Hopefully we got our mic back. We'll check this after we're done. And we'll continue to give you cut-ins from the Iowa State Fair, including the Queen Coronation, which is coming up in less than 2 hours. So we'll talk to you soon. Corey Brada, StoryCounty.News. Corey Brada, StoryCounty.News. We are standing in front of the Sandscapes sand sculpture that's presented by Simpson College in Indianola. And quite a sight here, kind of a new feature to the entrance to the Midway, which does feature the Ferris wheel, the Crazy Mouse, the centrifuge. Some of our younger interviewees earlier talked about their favorite rides in this area. So lots to do. And if you pan over to your right, John, you'll see Ye Old Mill, which is a long-time classic of the Iowa State Fair. And, of course, all kinds of food choices to your right as we pan around even more. Let me read you some of these options, John. Deep-fried pickle dogs, foot-long hot dogs, chili hot dogs, sauerkraut hot dogs, cheese hot dogs, Polish hot dogs, cotton candy, snow cones, funnel cakes, tachos. I don't know if that's a mix between I guess that's tot nachos, John, I guess. Yes, chicken sandwiches, corn dogs, corn dogs, corn dogs. Lots of corn dogs. How about Cajun cheese in a stick, John? Hunka burning cheese. Were you a big Elvis fan, John? You were not a big Elvis fan. That's too bad. Cheese curds, all kinds of stuff. Smoothies out the wazoo. So what we're going to do now is we've got some people yelling at us here. So you're welcome to come over. You're welcome to come over. People, the bite, their bark is bigger than their bite, right? I'm giving them an opportunity. All right. Have a good day. All right. Oh, here we go. Second time's a charm. Is that? All right. What do we got, young fella? Dylan. Right?
Yes, Dylan.
Say it in the mic.
Dylan.
All right, you're Dylan. Where are you from, Dylan?
Waukee, Iowa.
Waukee, Iowa. Wow, okay. The thriving metropolis of, well, actually, Waukee is thriving. Now, you are a local. Have you born and raised so far in Waukee?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your favorite thing to do at the fair?
I really like the industrial buildings and stuff.
The industrial buildings. So what goes on there?
A lot of colleges and...
You're talking about the Varied Industries building?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I like the Varied Industries building as well. So, favorite food here. Have you had a chance to eat yet?
Yes, I have. I think I like the cheese curds here a lot.
Is there a particular stand that you typically go to? The one with Jerry on the sign?
Definitely.
All right, Jerry Cheese Curds, right? I don't know the actual company. I'm sorry. Brad and Harry's Cheese Curds. So shout out to them. And are you a Midway enthusiast? Do you like rides?
Yes.
What kid doesn't like rides?
Yeah.
How old are you?
12 and a half.
You're 12 and a half. Okay, what's your favorite ride here?
Probably the Crazy Mouse.
I already had someone say that to me. So, Crazy Mouse, your favorite ride here. What about Adventure? I'm assuming you're an Adventureland kid, right?
Yeah.
You have tickets, season passes? All right, favorite ride at Adventureland?
The Monster.
The Monster. We had that. These are like the exact same responses. Apparently the Monster and the Crazy Mouse are fan favorites. Do you like the new Dragon Slayer?
Yeah, it's really fun. But I think the Monster definitely beats it.
Monster kind of freaks me out because you don't have anything going over the top of you. You just have the lap strap.
That's what I like about it.
You like the suspense?
Yeah.
Now, what about that big ride over there? I think it's called the Skyscraper. Have you ever been on that?
Yeah, I've been on it.
You have?
Yes.
And you're still here?
Yes.
So you didn't die?
No, I did not.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I really liked it.
What about the slingshot?
I don't want to go on that. That's the one thing.
I feel like I'll end up in like a Tumwa or maybe back in Waukee if I was to go on the slingshot.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Good to talk with Dylan here at the Story County Fairground, or Story County Fair. I'm still in Story County. The Iowa Fairgrounds, the Iowa State Fairgrounds. And we have a beautiful evening. So if you're still thinking about coming out tonight, you've got an excellent night to do it. And of course, a whole nother week ahead. Dylan, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
All right. Corey Brad of StoryCounty.News. We'll talk to you soon.
Are we gonna did you hand him the $20?
Oh, do you want me?
Oh, John. Wow.
This is called highway bribery.
I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to let it fly.
Well, all I have is a
Hey, kids never.
change. He does. Yes. He has change.
Kids never forget, so it was going to happen one way or the other.
He's not even my kid.
It's all right. You guys have a good evening. Thank you. No problem. Corey Brad of StoryCounty.News. We are here at the Iowa State Fair as the Queen coronation is about ready to commence in, less than 45 minutes here, or right around 45 minutes. And you can see the stage behind us, a packed house, and it's going to be standing room only here pretty soon, if it's not already, because this is always one of the main non-grandstand attractions here at the State Fair. So, if you haven't had a chance to make it down here yet, Bill Riley's stage is down here in kind of the center of the fairgrounds, food all around, whether you want lemonade, tenderloin, turkey leg. I've got a turkey leg here in the picture. There comes the turkey leg. If you can see that, John is holding my turkey leg, our cameraman. So lots of options here. And, of course, we're going to see the 2021 State Fair Queen coronated this evening. So should be a great time. We are going to now turn this live streaming over to Iowa PBS. So if you want to watch, if you're not here at the fairgrounds and you want to watch the coronation, go ahead and head over either to Iowa PBS on YouTube or Iowa PBS on Facebook. Now we are going to share the stream on our Facebook page in StoryCounty.News, but we're going to leave it here. This is us signing off from the Iowa State Fairgrounds, and it's been a pleasure to be with you all day. Again, congratulations to Mary and to Stephanie Anderson, the winners of our State Fair ticket packages today. But again, we'll turn it over to Iowa PBS. Another exciting week ahead of us at the Iowa State Fair, and it'll continue this evening with the Queen coronation. Thanks for listening all day. We'll turn it over to Iowa PBS now. I'm Corey Bratta, StoryCounty.News.